Thank you, President. I rise to join in the motion offering condolences to the victims, the 50 men, women and children who were murdered, doing nothing other than expressing themselves in what should have been the sanctity of their Friday prayers. Be in no doubt that the attack on Friday of last week was an attack on all of us, be it here in Australia or indeed Christchurch in New Zealand and right around the world, where people believe in the sanctity of faith, the ability to go around without fear, and also in the desire to live in a world of tolerance and inclusivity. I've said on numerous occasions in this place that white supremacy is an issue that we need to take seriously, that we as a parliament, as a community, need to be mindful of the ills and the rabid political attack that white supremacists bring with it. I've attacked Islamophobia as being detrimental to our inclusivity, our society, and making sure that people feel safe and comfortable to be able to go about their daily routine without fear of persecution for nothing other than the religion that they practice and the people that they are. I've bristled at anti-Semitism, which continues to manifest itself and for many, many years has seen our community organisations have to employ security guards that are armed in order to protect. The fear I had as a parent dropping my 6-year-old son at kindergarten to walk past an armed guard as he went into his 6-year-old kinder was something that still fears or fills me with fear, as parents are required to understand that that fear is something that we have lived with for some time. Never should that fear be something that other communities should have to come to accept as normality. My love and thoughts are with the victims, of course, their families, their friends, not just within the Islamic community of Christchurch, but within the Islamic communities right throughout the world, here at home. And of course, as other members have already expressed, the ability to have participated in the Islamic Open Day at mosques around Victoria on Sunday. Indeed, I was able to visit one of the local mosques for myself at Monash, and the ability to share in solidarity, to let them know that they are not alone, that regardless of our faith, whether we have faith or not, we are people, first and foremost, men and women that experience and desire a level of peace and understanding that when we leave home, we're going to be able to return to it, to our loved ones as well. The ability for our Islamic brothers and sisters to practice their faith is as important for me to be able to practice mine. I reiterate my earlier calls, my open offer to anybody of Islamic faith, that should they fear walking through the gates to their mosque, I will stand and walk with them and ensure that they have somebody that understands and can share their fear. Because as a community, when we come together as one, we come together as a community to make sure that everybody understands that they are valued as we value ourselves. The accidental senator from Queensland is a stain on our parliament, not just here in Victoria, but right around Australia. It's up to each and every one of us in this place to repudiate his message of hate and his message of intolerance. So the challenge is for us all in this place not to come together today, but for us to come together outside of this place every day, to ensure that we are as one and that we do not use race or religion for political gain at the expense of any of us. It's a zero-sum game, and our society loses as a result. We've seen this time and time again. And I wish, President, to leave you with a poem from a Lutheran pastor that was interned in Dachau concentration camp, where my grandfather spent nearly 3.5 years of his life. His name was Pastor Niemöller, and as I said, he was interned. Interestingly, he has a checkered history. Initially as a supporter of the Nazi Party, but then he was interned as a political activist against the Nazi Party and led the movement against Nazism and in terms of inclusivity in Germany. His poem is a powerful one. Many in this place may know it. And it says, "First they came for the socialists, but I did not speak up because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak up for I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, but I was not Jewish, so I did not speak up. And then they came for me, and by that time, there was no one left to speak up." I wish everybody, especially those victims and their families and friends, a long life.